Greetings, I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And let's play a game together.
together.
So I will say to my friend,
Hmm.
so far as I understand, there is no male proposal ring that goes as a set when you're engaged for the average person.
I know.
It's him getting a ring for her, or the proposer getting a ring for the proposee, because I'm not going to say the genders have to apply. And the proposee is the only one that has a ring until marriage in most cases that I've ever been familiar with.
Right? Which I find also to be really weird. I feel like the practice should go the other way.
That you should also be like, I accept the engagement if you put a ring on their finger.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sounds more expensive.
Yeah, but
Capitalism would love it.
Capitalism would love it, but also then I'd be like, if you're already invested in a ring, guess what? You already have your ring to wear, since you don't have to go get another set of rings.
So when my mom got married, each of the times she's gotten married, there was an engagement ring and a wedding ring. And that's how it works. Your engagement ring is what you propose with. And then your wedding ring is a band set that each of you get one. So there's a minimum of 3 rings involved.
I know, which is why I'm saying no, but then if you start with just the engagement ring and you have a wedding ring, and then they have their other engagement ring, then you just use them as your wedding rings, because then you're still engaged, you're still together.
I feel like capitalism would say 4 rings. Now you both need wedding rings as well.
Now I brought it up. I've unleashed the box. I'm sorry, Pandora's gonna explode out.
So,
we're gonna die.
We're gonna wait on the oak tree again, because again, I feel like it will make more plot. So shrubberies.
Yes!
And maybe Blaine will understand rocks.
This
This garden is still not done.
What's next? More rocks?
Actually, I want to remove that stump. Let's do it.
Yes, let's do it.
I was thinking more plants for reasons. This looks like the least organized place that we've done so far.
No!
In the entire garden, like the least finished.
This is the most disappointing area actually so far in regards to that. I thought they were going to do way more. I was kind of looking forward to it.
Clear as well, like what the theme or focus is here. On the other hand, maybe it's supposed to look like that because Blaine's helping and she's feeling overwhelmed and less organized. Do you think it's that well thought out?
Oh my gosh, that would be an interesting visual convention. So sometimes I know some people are like, God, it looks so terrible, whatever else, and it's like sometimes they do that crap on purpose because they are trying to go, the whole scenario is jumbled, the whole area is messed up. That is the point.
And with Lily, even if she seems like she's relatively on her game, she's being professional, what have you, there can be this experience of her work is not on top of her game because she's super stressed and anxious about this. She can't focus.
Visual metaphor!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Four. Excellent. I was thinking more plants.
I knew it was one or the other.
Do you know how we're going to afford those without paying for them? Because we can't pay for, anyone to do the work? It's a good thing I know where to get free plants. Just don't pay any attention while I grow them with my patron, because I don't want you to have access to the magic the way you have access to everything else with me, all right? That's all.
Too late.
Shit. We'll plant a few taller ones that give the area some depth. But that is actually a thing, though, again, just like, I'm just sort of feeling it in this moment of going, there is an experience where someone goes, well, they're just not on top of their game. Well, their work just doesn't look as good. It's like, yeah, they're clearly spending a lot of resources doing something else right now. So even though their average quality is pretty okay, it's not good, like when they're on game.
So I have a mild side rant about something, and I'm not going to go off into it extensively, but there was one opportunity in which I was participating in a game called Art Fight last year, and I am participating again this year because I'm trying to get myself to do so, even though I'm on my medication, some new medication, I'm trying to work through it, right?
And it's making drawing hard, and it's very sad because I love my friend's art.
Yes, and I like my own art too. Even if I'm not necessarily the best artist in the world, I do like it. I hope that every artist in the world does not have to be the best artist in the world to like their work. Otherwise, only one artist can like their work at a time. Whole world, only one artist can like their work because I'm the best. I am truly the best, but at least then you would know what the best looked like.
It's true, but you couldn't like your work until you were the best.
Oh, well.
And they were no longer the best.
Okay, well, anyway, so the thing I was going to say is that there was an artist that I interacted with where I ended up drawing them a piece, and it wasn't necessarily the best, so I will own that up to that in the very beginning. I was just having a hard time that day, and it was the best that I could come up with. But I wanted to attack them, at least to be like, here is basically art for you, not necessarily trying to get art back, even though the whole point of the game is to attack and then get attacked back at least once, because it's considered polite.
It's an art exchange game. Like
yes.
You attack them with a piece of art for them, and they retaliate with a piece of art for you.
Yes, which, like I said, and it's considered to be polite to at least do it once, and then beyond that, that's up to the discretion of the people involved, right? But what ended up happening was this artist where I went, wow, you're really good at what you do, and I really love your colors and blah, 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 and whatever else. I had a weird time with them because they went off rather harshly about one of their friends, where they were like, my friend did this bit of art for me and it looks terrible, basically.
It's not up to their normal standards of quality and what I would expect for gift art.
Right? And I was like, what? Like, well, they totally know this about my character, and they totally know all this stuff and all these details, and why they ever did this, I just don't know. And if they wanted to do something like that, I have other characters that they could draw, not this one. Why they had to do it to this character, I just don't get it. But I was incredibly thrown off by this, because I just kind of went, they did you art, and they're your friend. They sound like they do art for you a lot, actually, and you all do art for each other. That sounds ridiculously, to me personally, very entitled. And very much this attitude of going like, if you're not going to give me your best, I don't want to see it. Which I thought was terrible, because I'm also, for me, since I have bad art days and other art days, and I really appreciate my friend who goes, hey, by the way, it doesn't have to be great all the time. I appreciate just that you were thinking of me. And I always had friends who've ended up doing that, going like maybe they've had a bit of disappointment, but for the most part, I think most of the friends that I've ever had in my entire life were all really like, I appreciate that you were thinking of me, and that's awesome. And I found this really weird to just go, why did you do that?
See, and I thought it was weirder because it was a total stranger with one interaction under their belt, and they just vented at my friend about art quality and being appropriate. Anyway.
Anyway, we're going to keep going now. It's okay.
Give the area some depth.
All right, let's give it some depth, and he's going to stand around and be zen.
Oh, this looks cute.
Oh, that's pretty.
That is fun.
I like
that. It doesn't give the area a lot of depth, though. I don't. My friend is partial to succulents, though.
Succulents are pretty, but if you don't know, cacti are succulents, which I am always really happy.
Just in his face. Pretty much.
Blaine, this is what I think of you.
Here, Blaine. Pep. It's fine. All right, so we'll go with that one then. It's fine.
I was also kind of like, if the area is a little bit more disorganized, I don't know.
Like I said, I don't know if this is supposed to actually be part of the narrative, or if they're just going for something different here. They're like, we've already had a bunch of tailored stuff. Let's go for something more fun and natural looking. But again, I'm like, what about that stump? I am hoping very much that they're just going to be like, she's off her game. And so when she's like, I'm done with this area, and while it'll be sad and frustrating and disappointing, Mr. Jones will come through and go, yeah, no, I don't like it. And she'll be like, what?
Yeah. And she'll have to redo it and
she'll
have a
have
breakdown.
to realize that Blaine is sapping emotional and mental resources from her and not being helpful, and she cannot do her best work with him there because there's too much history.
I'm also having a problem here because what I'm waiting for is the big call to go, this is not your area, what are you doing here?
Right?
Because we still don't know what's going on, and I'm like, what are you doing? I still haven't found out.
I assume it's part of our property because I assume everything in this game is part of our property except for Luke's tiny little hollow.
Yeah.
It's not. It's a cute
his
little house.
Experience.
His experience. It's a
his
really
cottage.
Cute little house, but yeah, cottage.
Cottage.
I want to know how many bedrooms
Shed.
are in there. Honestly, his garage is like more than half the size of the full house.
Right.
Which is impressive. And it's only a one-car garage, so that is a teeny tiny little batch, like a one-person house. Like what do you call them? Like retirement homes where they have the one bedroom and they're just a really tiny little living space.
Oh, I think so. Yeah. And it's all one floor. They very.
It's one floor. It's usually accessible, even though his does have the
all
stairs.
wheelchair accessible.
And it's wide open, and you just have the one sort of simple bedroom, the one bathroom, and your kitchen, living room area is all one open thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, see?
It's strange. It's like I made something that I'd want to paint.
So this is painting with life.
Yeah.
Life imitates art. Why is that strange?
I suppose I never saw myself as a creator of anything but money. I was stuck in the capitalist dream.
I can't help you with this thing you've got.
And with painting, I'm just painting what I see.
Are you actually painting what you see, or doing something else?
But I actually helped you make something pretty here. Except that I don't really feel like it's up to Lily's usual quality at all. Even if you chose what I would consider probably the weirdest options, the most unusual, the most strange, the most bizarre options in this game.
The more clashing options.
Yeah,
even if you did split your greenhouse into 3 different varieties, it's still way more organized than this. Again, this feels like a totally different feel to her landscaping planning and interpretation than anything else.
It's also...
Now, it has less borders and structure than the other places she's interacted with, but I don't know why she didn't just clear the shit out of it and then go, there. You know,
Right.
because everywhere else there were indicated pieces of garden, indicated borders, indicated like remnants of what used to be. And so this is a very different feel overall. And I'm like, did you guys just pivot to, we needed a brand new, different idea or what? Because this feels so different than the other areas.
Or again, it's meant to be a visual metaphor for what the breakdown actually is. Like, this isn't working very well.
Mm-hmm.
All right, make something pretty here.
Isn't that refreshing? In like a spiritual way.
I guess that until recently, I wasn't sure I had one.
A spiritual way?
A spiritual way.
Or
yeah.
refreshing. Or refreshment.
Who knows, actually?
Had what? Thank you, because that was very awkward grammar.
Yeah,
so
I was like,
appreciate,
huh.
Lily, I appreciate
What?
you in this moment. Had what?
Spirit.
If you really were having
Oh.
that deep of a personal crisis of identity and self-value and whether or not you were a soulless monster, we're just going to equate spirit and soul, and you've never mentioned it till now, no wonder we didn't work out.
There's also the thing, though, too, where I'm greatly uncomfortable going like, this sounds manipulative. Da, 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 da.
String bean? That dude is not stringy. Oh my god,
Also,
he is
wasn't
bulky.
that the thing that Regina called him? Regina
Maybe?
called him Stringbane, not Lily.
Which is weird too. Also, I'm just like stay out of it, string bean or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
he is not skinny, small, either in his 3D model or in his regular one. Like there is
No,
beef on
he
those
is,
bones.
He is a himbo. We weren't kidding where we were like, he is a himbo.
He falls into like he looks like he works out.
Except, yeah.
and
a
he does
workout.
not look skinny or stringy, like
No.
really at all. Like he has somewhat narrow hips, but
Bless my friend.
Pardon
bless
me.
him. Bless him. my
there's
friend.
just like I'm not seeing the string bean thing at all. Like if you especially look at his 3D model, his proportions, like height to width and stuff, I got nothing. He's got huge ass shoulders.
No.
He is your blonde, blue-eyed, golden boy in like college and high school, who is also like 6 foot something.
Do not look that man up.
Oh,
the golden one.
sorry, it's okay.
Sorry.
Golden Boy's just an anime that's weird.
No,
It's fine. But
I
you
love
look at the
Golden
other one,
Boy.
it's fine.
Golden Boy was hilarious. Also
bean.
inappropriate, but you know, funny as hell sometimes.
Sometimes we make inappropriate jokes and they're still funny.
Hey.
All right, decorate the
It's
tree.
true.
We are gonna do something with the damn tree stump. Are we gonna do one of those gardens? Okay, so there's this thing that I've always loved with like hollowed out like logs and like broken down like rotting tree stumps and stuff, where you grow a little tiny garden in them, and it's so cute. And to me, I almost get like a fairy garden magical feel. And actually, the last time I was with my good tall friend, I'm just trying not to use his name all the time because like I don't want to like.
You could
be
just
like,
say my tall friend.
my tall friend. So he's my tall friend. I'll say anyway.
My tall friend, my short
We
friend.
found this really cool rotting log that actually had a natural like little area of tiny plants growing in it, and I was like, it's a fairy garden in nature. I'm thrilled. And he's like, oh what? It was very cute.
And you were like, I have to now explain what a fairy garden is, and this was a great day.
do you know what? Every like cottage core, nature core, fairy aesthetic, and witch blog on Tumblr would love this log for their blog. Okay.
It's true.
They would. Okay. That stump is really uglying up the place. Uglying the place up.
Uglying the place up. Yep.
You could just remove it. I'm sure its roots are too deep to bother trying to. You're
Okay, kidding.
The last one we removed was like twice as big around as that, if not like 2.5 times as big around. Like
That was a
its diameter was more than double this thing, and we pulled it out with the help of a small child, if I remember correctly. So like. I don't believe you. Again,
my God.
like video game logic, fine. Cartoon logic, fine. But if you've established in your own canon a precedent for this, you need to follow that precedent through or make a reason for why that precedent isn't there.
Yes.
Okay? And again, we're not like confident that she's just off her game aggressively here. We're just guessing there. And
Yes.
the game generally hasn't gone that deep at all with its story. So I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me. But if they do come back and do that, that would be amazing. I would be impressed. I would be like, star.
Yeah, like
Too deep to bother trying to pull it out. I don't understand where that's coming from. Like, we literally have removed tons of other stumps.
It's
What?
a metaphor. Its roots are too deep to. It's
Oh, to pull up? Like
and
she's
they gotta
talking
bring
about
down
Blaine?
the old house.
What?
Their old house. So this is between Blaine and Lily. There's an old broken house that she's trying to save.
Oh, God.
This
and
is
the
literally-
roots are too deep to pull up. This is their
Uh-huh.
fucking relationship.
This is their relationship.
And the fact that she can't let it go, she can't undo it, she can't pull it out of the ground.
He can't see what's pretty about the garden. He doesn't understand what the important bits are.
Or what the value is.
Him constantly having his own experience. This is literally a metaphor.
That's amazing.
That would be
Good job, Fran.
At least I think it is. Like, this seems strongly like a really intense.
And doing the thing of, we better get that tree off the house, otherwise the whole thing will collapse. You better remove sort of that weight that's on, the two of you kind of thing. Or, anything you could have will collapse. Like, that's interesting. All right. It would probably bring the whole mill down to pull it out.
Yeah.
It's not even near the foundation as far as I can tell.
Nope.
All right.
Like that's what tipped me off, going like, hang on, and then also bringing the whole mill down specifically, considering how much bigger of a tree we've seen. I don't believe it for a second.
Right.
This is literally meant to be a metaphor,
It's a metaphor.
but to me anyway.
Fascinating.
Haha.
It'd probably bring the whole mill down. But we can make it cute. I was like,
she's trying to save her relationship.
Or basically going, if you're gonna be here anyway, and I can't remove you because the roots are too deep, I can't get you out of my life because the roots are too deep, I can at least make you being here and connected to my life cute.
If I can't do anything else except wait in line,
I can make it fun.
Yes.
So if you haven't heard the Wait in Line rant, it's a good one, and it's basically about just entertaining yourself and having the most fun you can, even when you're in a really stuck circumstance.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you like being there, but it means while you realize you're there, you're still able to have the best time you can.
Right. And again, it doesn't mean that you ever have to look back at that time and go, I really enjoyed that time, which is a thing that I feel like frustrates both me and my friend quite a lot, is because there's people that we've both run into where they go, you loved that thing. And it's like, no, we really didn't. There wasn't anything about that really that I loved at all. That was I tolerated it / I made things fun about it, but it itself, no.
Was not fun. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. We can make it cute. That is interesting. I like that.
How's that?
Because making you cute is going to be a real chore. Same way you make everything cute. More flowers and a bow. We're going to staple a fawn to it. Should just stand
The fawn
there.
emerges.
Add some flowers. Immediately puts a flower crown on Blaine. Did it work?
Right?
Oh no. Okay. But are they growing in it? I super want it scooped out with dirt and stuff, so it
I
can
do
be
too.
like decomposing and growing in it. I also want more trailing down the side stuff. That's
cute.
super cute.
Oh, that white one too. I think the white will stand out better.
It will. I would say I'm trying to figure out whether more purple, like the yellow's not a fit, or whether something that pops more. I feel like the whole area still seems pretty disorganized.
I don't like it either. But again, like I'm saying, if this is a metaphor, which now I'm like,
oh, I'm stuck in that.
It is. Yep.
That's one cute stump. Kicks him into the stump. What? You don't think it's cute? It's cute. It's my opinion of apparently my garden of cute.
Maybe I'm not the best judge of this kind of thing.
You never thought I looked cute in clothing either, and cute was a high priority to me. I wanted to be cute, and you were just like, yes, you look appropriate, and occasionally, if I'm interested, sexy.
Or sometimes being like, well, you're not going to be embarrassing.
That's great. It will work for the evening.
Awesome. That sounds terrible.
All right. Well, let's. Okay, now we're to examine.
Now we have to.
All right. Now we must bust out the magnifying glasses. I'm gonna do it. Put on our monocles. Oh, that's cute.
Arturo Leonardo, 1933.
Honestly, I love some of the bonus art for this game. I really do. On the other hand, those dandelion seeds are massive, which I think is hilarious.
I'm also like, those are distinctly dude names, based off of what I know. Arturo and Leonardo?
Or it's one full name, Arturo Leonardo.
No, it says Arturo plus Leonardo.
Oh.
It is actually.
Oh, is it inclusive? That's adorable.
I mean, we're going to keep...
1933, let's find out. Where's the plus? I don't see a plus. Arturo. That's probably Uncle Arthur.
Oh, we have the one who used to live here. He's by? That would be amazing.
Yeah. As for Leonardo, I don't know who that is. Maybe Philip will know. Ha!
Ha! Maybe it's his favorite Ninja Turtle!
That he carved his name into a tree with.
In the 1980s.
1930s?
No. That's why I'm pointing out. So, if you don't know, Ninja Turtles, I believe, came out late 1970s or early 1980s. I can't remember which one it is. But it definitely was a toy line that was meant to sell toys to kids. So the entire series was developed to sell toys to kids, just like the Transformers series was, which is why I'm like, oh boy.
His favorite Ninja Turtle. Wrong date. In 1933?
Let me tell you about a little film called Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. Turtles in Time!
Oh my god!
Oh,
He's assumes that in the movie they go back in real time to encounter her real relative. Okay, this is why you have to separate fiction and reality. I hope you're able to remove your real timeline in your fictional universe of Lily's Garden from the fictional timeline in your fictional timeline of Ninja Turtles, which is a movie. Please separate those things.
This is why it's important to have conversations, though, with people. You don't go, not this again. You go, why would you believe that? You engage with people on the things that they're talking about, and you try to understand them and go, okay, so you know, this was a movie that was developed by Hollywood. Here, let's go watch the movie.
But she doesn't have any obligation to teach him any of that stuff. And while you can say, here's what you do, what she can do, instead of saying not this again, and instead of teaching him, she could just go, I'm not ready for this conversation.
Right. Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's one of the things, though, I think that you can do, even just with people in general. I'm not saying do this for your abuser at all. Like, that is under no obligation.
Here's what you do. Here's an option of what you can do that would be more friendly than not this again.
Yes. I'm going to keep saying, I'm being really extreme in my language, but my friend is editing me here, and I appreciate it. It is really, it's an option for some of the things that you can do if you ever interact with somebody and you go, whoa, what can I do to basically interact with this, but not also be aggressive at them? Because sometimes there are some people, like when I was a little kid, funny story about me, real fast, was I thought Godzilla was real. But like, and I was like 3 or something, and I really did think Godzilla was real, so it was really funny when I got up in church and I was bearing my testimony, and I told the horrible story about how there was all these people that are dying, and it was really bad and horrible and sad, and they were like, oh my god, everybody in the audience is all freaking out, and then it was just like, yeah, and then Godzilla will come along, and then everybody just started laughing, and I didn't know why, and then my dad explained later it was because I didn't realize that Godzilla wasn't real. So
and your parents didn't realize before you got up in the entire congregation, and they went, tell your testimony of things that, will help and share with people.
Bear your testimony. Let people know how you've brought Jesus into your life today.
Yeah. Protect us all against Godzilla. All right. Not this again. You don't connect well, Lily.
You really
just
don't.
It's okay.
Oh, boy.
A cutscene.
It's okay. Know what might be nice here? A fire pit.
Well, I seem to interpret this as an area for a fire for no reason, and now you're thinking a fire pit should go in the fire area for reasons, so sounds reasonable.
Right?
Oh, you're right. It would go on the grass and right under the tree, and I don't know if that is. Could roast some hot dogs, marshmallows too. We'll just build it out of free materials we already have on the land.
You know what kills me, though? They've already got basically a stove where they could go roast things in them. It's not actually required specifically to have a fire pit. That is already pretty much a big, huge, like, stationary fire pit.
Cooking
it's a stone.
area,
yeah. I thought that area was great. Now, and I'm not saying that you can't have a different experience, but that seems like a lot of fire.
Also going...
especially in California.
If this is your area of, oh God, brush fires, please be careful. Please, that's why I'm like, all this nice dry grass and grass around here, we'll just put a fire in. But also, like, in front of a mill, when I think about having a water mill, I don't think about having campfires out front of it and roasting marshmallows and singing good old tunes.
Right.
Like those two don't culturally go together for me, as that's the area you do that at. And maybe some people have that, but I'm like, in the sand down by the side of the river? Sure. At a campsite? Sure.
In your backyard?
In your backyard
really?
over a grill? Sure. But like specifically a fire pit associated with the location of a water mill? I don't know that cultural connection at all.
Neither do I.
Relax to Wonderwall on banjo.
And here's Wonderwall.
Anyway,
sorry.
wrong one.
I know, that's why I did that. Banjo?
My neighbor. I hear him playing banjo sometimes at 4 a.m.
That's what you remember. That one from the other day? He seems like a real meathead. And this will be her turning point. I betcha. You're insulting Luke, my crush. Fuck you.
Could be. I
Bitch.
should end the episode right here, but no, it's fine.
Bye, bitch. At least he's got a wife, so I don't need you to worry about him trying to get with you. Whoa.
The only way I think of any other men ever is in reference to whether or not they are a threat to me concerning you. Or my current dating project.
Except for the fact that he's also like, this is my wife. He's very strictly like throwing people into categories going, you are not supposed to associate with these people. The answer is no. They're dating or they're involved. You cannot be there.
The heterosexual normative rules that I am familiar with are women cannot be friends with men unless they are both single and kind of looking possibles for each other, or unless they are both involved and they're friends as couples.
Yes.
Because if you have a girl and a boy hanging out together, a man and a woman, then either there's something going on, there will be something going on, or, they just, well, what are they doing?
Right?
And you're not allowed to, I'm a wife, and be friends with someone else's husband. You have to be friends as a couple.
Mm-hmm.
As your couple and their couple. And usually the men are supposed to get along more than the women. This is what I am familiar with.
Right.
Especially in reference to my mom panicking about these things, and my most recent stepdad really having this huge thing about women, and you just can't ever be around or near women because it might cause some sort of inappropriate experience or whatever, and I get so sick of it anyway. I'm like, please allow people to be friends, and if you're uncomfortable, like set good boundaries, communicate with each other clearly, and just get to know each other. It's fine, okay?
Yes, you
All
can
right.
do it. You can be friends. It's fine.
Yeah, so I'll just reinforce that they
Oh.
should be working on their stuff and not interacting with me, because I need to believe you.
Great.
Let's build that fire pit again out of materials that I have here that are completely free. Okay?
Right.
'Cause no money.
All right. So in the next one, we're gonna build a fireplace, I guess. So thank you very. I said fireplace.
Oh my God. a whole
I said that
fireplace?
on purpose.
All right, go
So
ahead.
I know what I was reading. Thank
I
you.
apologize.
We're
I can't read.
This is why I'm the one who has the glasses of the two of us.
I can't read, and my friend can't see to read. It's great. We're in good shape here.
Damn it! All right. Well, thank you very much, guys, then, for joining us. If you like what we do, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And please also feel free to share our videos with somebody that you think might have a good time with us, because
Yes.
that is what we are here for. Other than that, if you'd like to support us more directly, please feel free to go check out our Ko-Fi or Patreon. We've got some links in the description down below. Other than that, I have been Scandal.
And I have been Liz.
And it was great playing with you.
Bye!